Open. Masera.
I suppose I could spare a moment or two.
Why walk when you can run?
It's nonsense. Can't believe it keeps turning my microphone off. I don't know why it does this. It's quite annoying, quite honest, because every time I come out, it's still. Is the microphone working now? Am I going to have to sort it out some more? So, I've just been basically talking about what we're doing so far for the last 15 minutes, not missing much really. So yeah, all I have to say really is that I don't know why my microphone keeps getting turned off in the settings. It's an oddity of Twitch broadcasting. It's unfortunate, but there's not much you can do about it really. Gonna have a dust storm blowing through. See if we can have fighting these buggers. Of course not. Take its heart. It's punishment for attacking me. Right. What was I doing? Ah yes, I'm going to Vass. That's basically all we're doing, is we're going to go to Vass to do this quest for the Fires Guild. This could be rare, I'm going to end up dead. Can I rest? I can. Let's get some sleep in, because we don't want to be missing out on adventuring by dying. There we go, that's much better. Now then. Still going right. Paralysed. Well, we'll just wait until the paralysis wears off and insta-kills it. Ha! Look at that criminal scum. Right, now. I just need to head across that way. How do we get over there? There goes my kneecaps. Well, at least my sword's level up. Some more, that's always helpful. Now, if we just go a bit further on. Huh. Is that a netch? Or is it not? A bull netch, yep, there it is. Don't need to fight it though, because they're not they don't attack you usually unless you. I mean, they can be aggressive, but usually not so. Cliff racers, on the other hand, are always aggressive and always end up getting themselves killed because they're cliff racers. Luckily, for some reason, it didn't notice me. I'm alright with that. As long as they're not fighting me, I'm not fighting them, that's fine with me. We'll go this way. Then, I think if we're angled to the left, we'll be at where we need to be. But first, deal with that. That's them dealt with. Near a cliff racer. I resisted magic. That's a nice change. Usually I heard some of that. Weird. Anyway, so. Oh, clan fear. Take his heart. Oh, someone's hitting me up the ass. That's all of them. Oh, good lord. Also, this place is just filled with. Gonna need some potions, I think. Oh, good. Killed it. Oh, we'll take its heart, we'll take its sword, and we'll delete its corpse. Take it. That is a G. Now. Where is the door? Sidurify. So Vass is up. Can I sleep? I can, excellent, we're going to need to because I'm nearly dead. We don't want to die. Let's go all the way across the landscape again. Now, Vass, just across this water. It's a fish. There we go. Go. Them crooks. Something else has got it in for me. Frog. Take your wax. Now we need to find the entrance to Vass. Now, I'm not sure if I have to go in through this place. When we came here before, I was much lower level back then. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Didn't really work out for you there, did it, fish? Ha! Anyway, we'll try. See, this is the door we went in before. On this Cerealis shrine. I'm going to save why. But I'm not sure if that's where I've got to go. Because, as I said, the quest requires us to go to Vass. Or at least the shrine called Vass anyway. But when you go to where it has it marked, well, the door in is into that door which isn't called Vass. I remember this being a pain in the neck when I played it originally. And having a hell of a time trying to find it then. And again, now that I'm rusty and playing it again, it is still difficult to find. Oh, flame atronach, sorry. Take its fire salts. Right of conquest and all that jazz. Heal, because I need it. Save my potion then. Now then. Scamp up here by the looks of things? No? Excellent. Now these are the people that are working for the person I have to come talk to.
And a fine
I believe. I'm not entirely sure where the door is, and I've got to go through the door, obviously. Or else how else will you get into the shrine, right? Unless this is doors. No, no doors. Oh, someone's hitting me again. Silly fish. Oh, another thing. I think these fish had learned. But apparently it's not in their vocabulary. Right, not going through there. Someone's still trying to attack me from the water. Or is it from round where the folks are? Sweet, I'll take a pearl. It's the collection. It's a clownfear over here trying to get me. There we go. Take its heart. Now then. Well, we'll go through this other place, see if we can't find it in there. I doubt it. Hopefully we'll find that in there, I guess. I mean, that's if we can actually get in. And when I last came here, I had trouble fighting the people in here. I don't know. Save over this one. Right. Back into the breach, saving here actually. I have to keep in and out every time I die, because I will inevitably get killed. So it looks so. So all this stuff still here. Interesting. Right then, well let's go give them another crack, see if we can't kill them this time. We're better geared now than when I fire. So maybe. Go deal with this guy. Stronger potion than that. How about one of them? Actually, how about two of them? Oh, we got him. It's not bad. Keep the rest of your junk though. So, it's the shrine to Sheogorath, eh? So. Hello, thanks for the follow by the way. Now let's see, might as well grab this stuff. Mine now. Oops, take them out. Oops, don't like me taking this stuff. Need a potion. Let me see, stronger potions. Take them. Oh dear, need a stronger potion than that. Take one of them. Come on. There we go, we got it. Am I going to survive that fire? I am. Excellent. His armour and his heart. No, I've played it in the past. I'm a bit rusty though. It's been quite a few years since I played it. I just wonder you could talk to the shrines. I guess there's only specific ones. And it would appear there is no way to Vass in here. So I need to find where the entrance to Vass is. Somewhere outside. See, that's the problem I have in being so rusty, is that I can't remember where any of the quest locations are, what have you. Like, I'm looking for Vass at the moment, but I don't know where the entrance is, and where it says on the map Vass is this shrine. So yeah, that was when I first played it, I didn't get it. I didn't quite get open world games. It was kind of new. Found that I didn't like it when I first played it, and the funny thing is, the only reason I actually still have the game in question is that I was going to be trading it in, and I thought I'll give it one more go before I do, and I found that I enjoyed it so much that I ended up keeping it. So yeah, that's how I ended up enjoying Morrowind so much. So yeah, I was very lost. I just didn't understand. It was so very vast compared to my usual games, you know. So yeah, it was, like I say, as you put it, blew your mind, yeah. Go back to land and have a rest. So, where is the entrance to Vass? Oops, wrong button. Oh, there's enemies nearby. Is it in the water? Oh, here we go. Yeah, my first playthrough I didn't even do the main quest. I just roamed about, stumbled into things mostly. It was only on, I think it was second or third through, that I even completed the main storyline, so we attack from all sides here. I need some. Oops. Oh dear, that's a lot of fire on me at the moment. Let's take one of these. Right, come to me. Oh dear. Ah, damn. Shame. Ah, the cheats, right. The only ones I remember was something to do with soul fire and ability, and you cast it at your feet, or something like that. When you created spells, and you could like boost your boots up to, basically you could max them out basically, if I remember rightly. I'm going to save after resting, because every time I die I'm going to have to keep doing it. See, like I was saying, the problem I'm having at the moment was I'm not sure where the entrance to Vass is, which is what I've got to do for my quest. So there's a shrine over here called Asa Dirapal, and then there's the one up here called Onisiralis, but on the world map it just shows Vass. Over this way, I'm guessing. Yeah, it's like it's almost like it's here, ish, kind of thing. Oh, no. Yeah, coolest looking armor, yeah. Coolest looking armor and coolest looking weapons. Back when I was a kid, coolest looking weapons, I'd be searching for like katanas and cool armor like that. Nowadays I'm just bothered about whatever does most damage. Looks like it's saying it's somewhere about here. Probably gonna have to swim up a second. And kill whoever's wearing it, exactly. This is another trick I remember. It's just putting yourself just under edge of water and you can see clearly. Which is useful for finding entrances to things that you can't find, which at the moment is my problem. Because I can't seem to find Vass, which is apparently to my left. So I need to swim over this way a bit. Apparently I'm directly above it, so... I mean, there's the shells down there, but there's no doorways. Not quite sure where I'm supposed to go, really. I mean, I have to do this quest for the Fighters Guild questline. Yeah, the music. It's very, it's soothing most of the time. It's, as the title suggests, a nostalgic run. Now what's one of me? Something else trying to attack me now. The fish. I just wish I could find this place I'm looking for now. I'm looking for a location called Vass. This place specifically. The only place I can find in this area is this place, and it doesn't go anywhere. Because I've got to go here for the Fighters Guild quest, but I can't find the entrance. I'm not sure where I've got to go to get inside. There's no doors down here. Underwater or what have you. So, that's what's currently setting me back at the moment. on the world map it says it's on an island, but when you come out to where it's directly below you on the map, there's no island. I do, yeah, I have to find somebody called Aline something or other. But there's only on the island near for another person I need. And neither of them know about the quest either, so can't even get them to point me in the right direction. I'll keep an eye out for a big building then. Nice. I thought I could hear it. Come on. Oh. There we go. I've contracted whip. Oh, good lord. There we go. Right. What is this?
Is there something I can...
Ah! This is it. It's to the side of where it has it marked on map. That was where my problem was going, is that it's here. That's good. I'm glad I found it. So this is the door. Right, hang on a minute. I need to rest before we go in here, just in case there's bad guys and stuff that are too powerful. And of course it's raining. Always seems to be raining in game for me. Are you here from the Fighters Guild? Shall we fight together against these foul necromancers? I will fight by your side. Okay. Hang on, let me see what this... Of course it affected the agility. Do I have any agility trading potions? I don't even have any healed. Oh yeah, I do. There we go, that's better. Now we'll save. See Already the first enemy. Oops, I think it's over encumbered now. Oh no, it's just it's damaged me strength. So now I'm over encumbered. Wonder if he no, should be enough. Shame it damaged my strength. Because that's going to make it so it's... yeah, the bone walkers are a nuisance. Wonder if there's any bad guys. No, they're too close. Alright. And there's another one.
Now you die!
I wish you'd stop putting it in front of me. There we go. The problem I have again is that I'm over encumbered again because of the bone walker. Maybe if I drop the thread in it for now. Because I don't have any of my potions to heal damage stats. So I have to drop that, and that. I'm still over encumbered, so I'm gonna have to. Still over encumbered. By the looks of things, by the time I get out of here, I'm going to have no strength whatsoever left. I know, exactly, yeah. It's... I mean, it wouldn't be so bad if they didn't damage your stats, you know, your strength and your endurance. But unfortunately, that is exactly what they do. So my carrying capacity has gone down from 350 to 221. Oops, I didn't mean to go in there. And there I am again. Oh dear. it's killed her now. And I'm over encumbered by another 60 odd. I'm gonna reload because I can't drop anything else. I've no else I can drop unless I start dropping my armour and my sword, and then I'd be useless then. So unfortunately it means I'm gonna have to restart it and have another crack at it. Hopefully I can kill off the bone walkers quick, then they can damage my stats, because at the moment they're damaging my stats really quickly. If I'd have known that there was going to be damage to my strength and such, I'd have brought my restore potions that I have for my stats back up. I have a bunch of potions stored in a chest, so I'd have been able to use them, but unfortunately I don't have any of them on me. That went better this time.
You will die!
See, these weren't here before. Suppose that's a bonus. I don't have to fight them this time. I'm going to save. Killed a couple of bad guys. Don't have to deal with bone walkers already, so get my stats intact. That's always a bonus. And there is one. One. And it got me though. Let's see. Get all that. There we go. I'm gonna put one of these on so I can see a little bit better. There's nothing in there. I think we found the necromancers. Weird.
So what do you want?
Pretty sure she was supposed to be a bad guy.
So what do you want?
Oh, okay. How come he attacked me but they don't? Yeah, it's. I believe that's how you raise your alchemy in Morrowind. I think it's the same in Oblivion and Skyrim, isn't it? Where you eat ingredients to level up your alchemy. I mean, my alchemy's. Let's see, my alchemy's on 6, so. And that's with all the items I've eaten so far, so. It's not the most efficient way of raising your alchemy stat. It's an option for raising your alchemy in a pinch, as it were, or if you've just got loads and loads of items.
Please be careful. Please be careful.
It's hitting everything, there's no problem here. I thought as much, yeah. Yeah, what else can I do? It's killed her again. I do have an intervention scroll, yeah I do. Hang on a minute, I saved after killing these. I think the problem is, hang on, let me check my weapon. I don't know why, but it was hitting her as well as him. Wouldn't it be better if I just teleported back with the loot though? And then sell it all and come back sort of after I've sold it all, so I have all the space, kind of. Because that's the problem I have, is that I've just got... See, all the bad guys came back. It's a bit weird. I didn't realise their respawn times were that short. It's a bit weird. Could have sworn that there was like in I think is it Oblivion where it's every 3 days bad guys come back? Let me see, Misk. So I've got an Elm CV intervention. I think I used my intervention before. I also have that as a spell. So Try casting it first. Yeah, it's as you saw when I died there. When I came back, the Bone Walker and the rat were stood down the corridor where when I'd saved, I'd just walked down that corridor and I was about to go through the door, and yet they were there again, as was the Bone Lord up here, which I had also definitely killed. But we'll jump back to a town nearby and get rid of his junk. See, we're in Nesis, this'll do. He has 700, so he can have that. Protect the... That's too much. So you can't have the Dwarven Claymore. You can have the amp, that. Who else do we have nearby?
We greet you warmly.
The problem I have with Nesis is I'm not as familiar with Nesis as other towns, so I'm not sure where all the shops are. Or at least I can't remember them anyway. It's been a while, as I said. Here's Skylu. He buys cloves. Do I have any cloves? No. There we go. There we go. That's as much as I can sell to him. I think actually there was some money left in that shop around the corner. So I'll go sell him. Yeah, you can have the rest of these arrows. Because I don't use marksmen, and they just take up space. So they might as well have them. Right, so... House... Somebody's house... Somebody's house... This is a trade house. Hopefully they've got plenty of gold. Oh, it's not a kind of trade house. Oh no, no, no. Actually. That's better, because it weighs more. There we go. Oops. I believe I've beaten it once, I can't remember though, it's been a while. I've seen it being beaten though, and that's kind of why I'm having a problem remembering if I beat it or not, because I know the ending, and I know I've done plenty in the game, but I'm not sure whether it's, say if it's me remembering it beating the game, or if I just remember somebody else's playthrough.
Masera.
I know for that I got all the way up to the point where I think I got up to the point where you go to the Corpus fellow. You meet Vivek. But I can't remember out beyond that. But then, like I said, my memory's a bit fuzzy, so it's been a while, unfortunately. I do have an inn somewhere.
You may speak.
Wonder if that trade house has some beds. Because I could do with a snooze to restore my health and such.
Under sun and sky, Outlander, we greet you warmly.
Yes?
So there's no beds for me here then. Guess I'll have to go. Now I think about it. If we're at Nasus, if I nip to Yeah, if I go to Sadanin, I can send my junk to the shop fella there. Come.
We make a special trim, same low price.
There we go. That's all that junk dealt with. Right. Actually, I think he sells potions. Yeah. Well, I'll grab 2 more of those. They can't hurt. There we go. Perfect. Right. Right, now that that's dealt with, it's much better. Cleared out all my stuff. The thing is, I've got deed of hers apparently because I nicked it from the library. Let me see, where is it? There, this. I actually own her house technically. Well, I say I, as in that guy owns it, but I have his deed. So, mine. Really ought to go and sell that. No, I've got a better idea. I'll go dump it in the box in Balmora. Later, I use it when I make some sort of enchanted nonsense or what have you. Always come in handy. Travel to Balmora. They got some more potions out of my box. I have somebody's deed to somebody's house. I found it in like that might be a quest item, so I grabbed it to save myself some time later on. Because if it is indeed somebody's quest item that they're after, that means when it comes time to go grab it, I can just like wave it out, I got it there and then. So that was the reason I grabbed it when I saw it. So. There it is there, look. I'm going to put that in the box actually. That in the box. Oh, so, oops. Dump some of them in the box. That. And that. Got loads of space. Right, so that I'm gonna want. Gonna want them. Right. So how do I heal my stats? Well, first I'll snooze for an hour. Might as well, seems I paid for the room. To get to my stuff, that is. Now, I need to work to go heal my...
Hello there. How are you?
I need to come to cure my stats. Or if not my stats, not at least give me some potions to heal them with anyway. So I don't want to use the ones I've got. The healers at the temple should heal my stats. Should hope. But I went there when I started. And they told me no. I said they told me no. Went to the shrines and none of them cured my stats, so we'll see if there's any potions. So we want yes, I do, I like the dice roll mechanic. I kind of feel that's what's missing in the more later kind of RPGs. Well, RPGs of late, should I say. There's no... You can't see the dice roll happening, basically. You know, almost. You can almost see the dice roll happening in game in this. But in more modern games, it's just a case of you press the button, it happens, you know, and that's... I kind of feel it's missing something like that. There we go. It's quite the fortune, but actually now that I think of it, she buys... No, she just buys alchemical stuff. I don't think she buys the other stuff. Anyway, don't know why I still got this robe. Least favourite? I would say my least favourite would be Skyrim. I mean, I enjoyed Skyrim, but if I was to rank them, Skyrim would be of the three that I've played personally. I have Morrowind, Oblivion, and then Skyrim. Even just and all that. Kind of. There's with each successive Elder Scrolls, there's more and more missing. For example, like light armor, and then there's medium armor in this. And unarmored, of course, as well. Like in Skyrim, that's gone. I think gone on. Can't remember. I don't know if marksman's even a skill anymore, but I might be wrong on that. Axe and axe and blunt weapon, I think, are merged as well. Short blade, there is no short blade. Hand to hand, I don't know, I can't remember. But those are also kind of like skills that are gone, but then there's like, where is it? Is it staff or spear? Spear, there we go, the spear's missing. There's no throwing weapons, you can't have, there's no chucking, there's no darts, there's none of that kind of stuff, and it kind of, every time they take some out, I feel it misses more and more of the RPG that it used to be. And like I say, it's kind of a shame, but it's the decision they've made, you know. It's the joy of being the guy in charge of making the game, I guess. Oh, I didn't fill me up quite enough. It's very possible that'll be the direction they go with it, yeah, because that's kind of what Skyrim's level system is really. It's kind of just a perk tree, really, if you think about it. I mean, you're just picking it off a list of things, you know, rather than like leveling up a skill and getting better at it through use. It's just use it for long enough, get a point, chuck it on it, and then you've got that kind of skill sort of thing. Yeah, that's another one of those things I feel it's kind of lost. Like I say, it would be fine if it wasn't an RPG, but that is supposedly what it is, and so it kind of it misses out on it a little, for me anyway. Right then, there we go. So let's just fill that up. Right, I'll have to leave just the free damage for the strength. Where else? What else do I need? I've got scrolls. I know I need stuff to buy. Well, I should say if they've got anything to sell that.
Yes, I'll...
Do training for me, because
I don't know if I can help you, but I'll try.
Spells, this'll do. I want those two. Grab them, because why not? I want them. It is more of a shooter, yeah. I feel like that they kind of fixed how the shooting felt from Fallout 3 in New Vegas, but at the same time, they kind of, by doing it, they removed the RPG aspect, which I feel like they went about it the wrong way, basically. In that, I feel like they should have, I don't know, tweaked the dice rolls maybe, or some such. Maybe if that was a problem, I don't know. It could come in handy. Second. And then, perfect. I mean, funnily enough, I really enjoyed Fallout 4 and 3, and I mean 3 in New Vegas, great. I liked some of the stuff with Fallout 4, and I would like to have seen that kind of. I'd like to take some of the tweaks from 4 and add to Fallout 3 or New Vegas, or take some of the stuff they removed from Fallout 3 and New Vegas, and add them back into Fallout 4. One of the two. Because like I said, I mean, I loved Fallout 3. You know, kind of. It's my favourite Bethesda game so far, really. After Morrowind. The best Bethesda game that I've seen so far. I mean, I haven't played it personally, but I've seen it being played enough, is Daggerfall. Because it's so vast and there's so much you can do. It makes even Morrowind kind of look cut down, you know? I mean, you look at the map, Morrowind, and this is pretty expansive. I mean, it takes you forever to walk from this end of the map to other. The loot cycle. What do you mean, like the loot? Yeah, it does look like it's definitely a learning curve for Daggerfall. Certainly does look like that, yeah. But some of the stuff, like I say, that I saw in it, it's kind of, I really wish they'd add it in, you know, to the more recent Elder Scrolls, or if the next Elder Scrolls come out, I hope they add stuff from that in. Like I saw, for example, for looting, there's you can buy a cart for, you know, a horse. Obviously, you can get a horse. I mean, you could get a horse in Oblivion. You can get it in Skyrim. I don't think you have a horse in this, but because of limitations at engine, rightly. Pirate ship. I don't know if you could go around pirating. They had a legal system. Dungeon boss chest. Ah, yeah, where you get to the end of a dungeon, you actually get something, you know. Or at least there's a bunch of stuff to find, yeah. That is preferable, yeah.
I walk.
But sometimes you get to the end of a dungeon and kind of, it's a bit underwhelming when you've got nothing specific for it, yeah. The thing I like in Morrowind that isn't in the more recent Elder Scrolls as well to do with loot is that loot's worth something in this game. I mean, for example, this sword I found right early on. I always get this sword because it's a good starting sword. It's easy to find, but it's worth 17,000. You know, if you found something like that in like what have you, but the thing that makes it kind of so that you don't end up with loads and loads and loads of cash, because I mean, like in Skyrim or what have you just go sell this to whoever has most cash and then you'll be done, sort of thing. But in this one, like in Oblivion and Skyrim, the shops have a limited amount of money, don't they? As do this one. But I think they have. Do they have more? I'm not sure actually if they have more gold in Oblivion and Skyrim. But like stuff's worth something. Like when you find diamonds in this, you know, you've got a choice of taking a handful of gems or a weapon. Usually it's best to take the handful of gems because they're way less worth, and by the time you've got enough, that's the... So where am I going here? I'm going the wrong direction now. By the time you've got the weight in gems as opposed to, say, a sword, they're worth way more than the sword, so it's best to take gems. Whereas in like Elder Scrolls 4 and 5, you know, you find a sword and it's worth more than gems, you might as well just take the sword. Set a Daedric. Yeah, the Daedric's very expensive, yeah. Yeah, so I've got a Daedric short, Wakazashi I think it is. And it's something like, is it 20 or 30,000 I think it's worth. You know, like I say, the weapons are worth. I need to go. But like I say, like the sword I've got. Where is it now? 17,000. You know, you get this sort of stuff, and you think this is rare. You know, you think this is worth something, but you find like a legendary weapon or whatever in Oblivion or Skyrim, and it's just like it's another enchanted weapon. You know, you just chuck it on the pile and away you go, sort of thing. I need to go back this way. Okay. But yeah, that's... I feel like the loot balance is certainly better in Skyrim than Oblivion was. So in Oblivion, it just got pointless going into dungeons by the end of the game because you'd get nothing for it. You'd find a chest and you'd have like 20 gold, maybe a ring, or something, and you'd come out and that'd be about all you'd found. In Skyrim, like you said, is the dungeon boss box. sort of thing. And it's got enchanted weapons, gold, gems, potions, all sorts. So you kind of feel like it's actually worth doing a dungeon. And I feel like that's why I don't hold Oblivion as I regard as Morrowind. It's because of that kind of loot. And the other problem as well is that because everything levels up with you in. I mean, the kind of level up we in this game is just that you run into more difficult monsters rather than that you'll run into a level 20 mud crab when you're level 20 or whatever. But in Oblivion, because the enemies not only leveled up with you, they're equipped with them, as it were. So as they got better, their stuff got better. It made rare stuff seem worthless. Yeah, stunned behind an artifact, exactly. You just know this is something worth a damn picking up, you know, because it's so unique, so rare. You know, it's actually worth something. It's, yeah, like I said, the Oblivion, it's kind of enemies that I've got like. They start off obviously when you first come out of dungeon and when you first start the game, and you've got bad guys wearing. You've got your standard bandits sort of thing, and they're wearing leather armour, and that's kind of, you know, the kind of stuff you'd expect bandits and but you get levels and steer maybe the deserters or something from army or whatever. That makes sense. Okay, I can work with that. And then you get to, I don't know, level 30 and they're wearing glass. Nah, well, they'd just sell that glass armour and they'd be set. You know, they'd like couple of thousand gold for a full glass set armour. You know, and you could retire on that in the Elder Scrolls universe. So it doesn't make sense that they haven't sold it all off. Because bandits, obviously the criminals, you know, they're not the smartest of bunches. You know, they sit there on roads where Imperials patrol about. They're likely to get nicked doing it, so yeah, it was same with me. It's the first game I played, as you say, where it became the thing to call everything next gen. Next gen this, next gen that. That was the beginning of that kind of era. But that was like you say, it was the first where it was like, wow, the graphics are the step ahead, you know, fix. You know, it was. It was like when I first played the PS1 games, you know, because you come off with like the SNES and the Mega Drive and all that, and it'd be all, you know, you were used to just 2D, and then all of a sudden you had all this 3D stuff, and you're mind blown, you know. Yeah, it was a great time indeed. Amount of hours I've poured into like Oblivion and Morrowind and Skyrim and all that kind of jazz, and Fallout. Like I was saying earlier, I would put, on my personal scale, I would put Fallout 3 in the likes ahead of the Elder Scrolls. Yeah, it's back when E3 was worth something, because nowadays they're kind of, it's just about, they just type up stuff that's not really ready yet, you know. They try to rush it to it and then it just kind of just falls flat. Or the fake stuff, and it just makes it so that it's not as worth when it comes out. Yeah, back when E3 was fun to watch, to some extent. That was a good E3. Yeah, I love playing like the Elder Scrolls series and the Fallout series. Like I was saying, Fallout series especially. I could sit for hours just strolling around blasted wastelands of Fallout, and I don't know why. It's just, I mean, it should be depressing. It's all blasted and destroyed, and everybody's dead or dying or angry at the world and trying to kill everybody. And I don't know. I just find it relaxing, just strolling across this and trying to boomerang PS3 controller. I remember that. I remember thinking, I hope they don't bring that out for real. I was hoping that was a joke. I mean, I'm glad they kind of tweaked the design, but Man, that was a laugh a minute when I first saw that. It was. I'm glad it was the idea sort of thing that they didn't actually intend to. Well, they didn't stick with that idea because that'd have been. How shall we put it? Questionable to work with because I don't know. It's not. You are. It's your uniqueness, clearly. I mean, it was definitely a unique design, that's for certain. I mean, perhaps it might have been the most comfortable controller ever, I guess, I don't know, so you have to go it out. Yeah, but, well, that's the thing, I like the Xbox controller. Yeah. I used to get stick off of one of my mates at uni, because he liked. When I used to talk to a guy, he used to love the PS3 controllers, or what have you. But best thing, sliced bread, you know, there was nothing better, you couldn't improve on it, and then, you know, I was like, no, Xbox is better. You know, it was kind of like a mini fanboy war sort of thing, but without being fanboys and all that. But I've always found the Xbox controls, like, you know, the Duke controller especially, and all that kind of thing, they kind of fit my hands better. So I have large hands. But also, I mean, I've got arthritis in both hands, and I find it's for longer sessions. I find Xbox controls, they're much more comfortable. I mean, the PS4 controls are an improvement on the PS3 controls, sorry, but the problem they have is because of the touchpad on it, like, because they've got the touchpad there, game developers feel it, and so it's used a lot for stuff that's just daft, and it makes it move your thumbs over to reach, and you kind of, after a while, if it's a game heavy usage of the touchpad, it makes me hands. But yeah, controls are definitely. So, I mean that's what I'm currently using, obviously. So, yeah. I mean, I even see when I play PC games. I generally play PC games a lot though, because, as I pointed out with the arthritis, the mouse are the worst controlling system. Yeah, the Duke releasing again. Yes, indeed. I've seen so many people that are excited for it. I was like, I know, kind of wouldn't mind to play myself, really. I think back on it, sort of thing. The old Xbox controller was a thing to behold. Truly a 9 piece of hardware. Exactly, I can't wait either. I'll be interested to see what the kind of tweaks they add to it, if they do. Like if they add any, if it's just a straight up re-release, or if it's just an actual tweak of the original thing, I don't know, but it'll be interesting to see what they do with it. So I haven't seen much myself personally, that's because I don't really read much gaming news anymore. Kinda stopped reading all big sites very many years ago. Oops. It's not cheap. You mean cheap construction, right? I mean, if that's the case, then yeah, me too. There's nothing worse than a control that falls apart. For example, the Elite controls. See, I got one of the Xbox One Elite controllers when they came out. You know, the ones that are like, I can't remember what they cost now. Like they have the rubberized grip, the improved D-pad and all that kind of jazz. And within a month the rubberized grip had already fallen off. So it was very much a like you say, it was kind of cheap. I don't know if it's kind of cheap or just they did it, but like I say, the rubber fell off after a month. Which is kind of just, I mean, it wasn't even just like it was a random thing that was me, it was just happened to, you know, you'll use for it, and all of them's got like 1 month rubber's fallen off, you know, and it's like, that's That's not good. Yeah, I hope the Duke Mark II or whatever it is, you know, I hope it's a good solid piece of hardware. And if it does turn out to be pretty good, I might, like I say, I might spring for a pair myself. I mean, as I'm currently playing Morrowind, you know, it'd be kind of fitting have the Duke controller playing the remaster, well, backwards compatible. It's the original Morrowind, but with it's tweaked Xbox. It's sharp, it's all that kind of stuff. Loads quicker, much quicker. I mean, look how quick that loaded. Wouldn't add a second. I don't know. Maybe. Something could take up to. Yes, deja vu. We're back here again. This time with a bit more in the gear. Dear. Let's take a potion. Okay, let's take a stronger potion. Yeah, me too. Very, but much better on the Xbox One. I mean, I've been wanting them to like backwards compatible this for years, you know. I mean, I'd have preferred them to actually put in some effort and actually do an actual remaster of the game, but that'd require Bethesda to spend a lot of money, I suppose. I mean, obviously, making remasters aren't entirely as cheap as some people believe, but yeah, it's nice to have the nice performance improvements. Hell, my strength's down to 48 already. Let's see, where's me? One of them. Right, two of them. There we go, and the endurance is also knackered. Yeah, maybe. That might depends on how, if they've only played Skyrim, that'd be interesting. I mean, if they've played previous like I have, then you know, it'd be just standard fare, I suppose. Yeah, it'd be hilarious to see somebody who's like Skyrim's the best ever, but then play it. That'd be interesting. I suppose in that case, though, you'd get them the better turn, the kind of clunkiness of Morrowind versus more recent games, because that is something they did improve a little in the more recent games, is that the games kind of are a little more smoother to play in some aspects. I mean, obviously it's the graphical downgrade, as it were, from playing Skyrim to this. That'd be a stark change for some folk. You saw a YouTuber, it was great. Oh, what happened in it? Where They're right behind me. Got you. Good lord, I've no strength. No quest markers. Ah. I'm just checking my head. No quest markers, yeah. Right, okay. You know, I somehow kind of guessed that would have been the case. No quest markers. No, that's all me restore strength potions and it didn't even fill it all the way up. I hope there's no more bone walkers in here or else I'm doomed. Quite. After you leave the office, that's where the fun begins. It's where you get to choose what you get to do, you know, without some little arrow saying, go here, do this now. Let me guess, she got killed. Well, of course she got killed. No. Damn it. Power. He does indeed, yeah. It's pretty hard not to know what to do, really. I mean, I could understand if it's like middle of the, I don't know, say like when Caius Casades says, go do something, you know, before he lets you do the main quest. Then maybe I could understand him getting maybe a tiny bit lost on the first playthrough. When he said, go hand in the thing, to Balmar to Caius Casades, kinda tells it itself what you have to do, doesn't it? So, kill the necromancer Darius Adram. That's him. The problem I have is that she's dead. Might be a bit of a problem. I hope I haven't blocked myself here. This could be the case. Well, I hope when I go back down here that she's somehow magically respawned alive, because if she hasn't I'm going to have to reload. And that's kind of the other thing as well that I just realised, it's kind of like a double-edged sword, but you know, I kind of miss it from my character. You know, if any character, you can walk up to them if you so choose and murder them, or they can get killed like this, you know. and Nakia, and that's where the double-edged sword comes in. Like I say, I kind of don't want her dead. So, of course, now she's dead and I'm stuck. So I'm gonna reload. Kind of want to keep her alive till the end of the quest. Hopefully that'll then I'll finish the quest proper then. But like I say, in like Oblivion and Skyrim, you have characters that have certain plot armor. You know, you can't kill them. They can't get killed unless it's in a story-related fashion. And I kind of feel like that's the hell. See, this is once again. I don't know if this is what the hell's happening. I don't remember this freaking day, but I know for certain I did not save who's stolen directly from me. I don't know where he came from. And there'll be a bone walker right there. Right. Of course. Well, I suppose it's before I use the bone potions. I definitely killed him though. We shall try again.
Will die!
Ah, damn it, I forgot to check my health. Whoops. They do carry good weapons. See, reloaded, right, and now, instead of skeleton, it's a bone. So I mean about it, when it's reloading, it's respawning things that weren't there before, which is a little odd. I don't remember it doing that back in the day. Kinda need to rest now because of that. There's enemies, of course. Got it. So I got that a little quicker this time. Still got me though. Do I risk a snooze? No, I'm gonna have to. I don't. No, I can't because there's enemies. What am I talking about? They were very long. I saw a comparison video because I was checking to see because they said oh you know it's tweaked and it's better, and I was like I don't know, is it really, when they were first announcing game being re-released. I was like okay, I'll have a look see. Yeah, they were like all these true. So I was watching a video and they were comparing load times, and the original load time just to fire up the game, you know, from the new game, loading game, sorry, up to being in the world and being able to move about sort of thing. And the original load time, it was something like 1.5 minutes, and in the new remaster, the re-release now on the Xbox One with the performance tweaks, it's something like 20 seconds. So it's a massive improvement on load times on just the general stuff anyway. Yeah, it's a nice to play a game that's 1 minute. Just to get into the game. Alright, let's level up agility. think I'm going to go with speed. You have ascended to a level 11. Being smart doesn't hurt, and a little luck now and then is nice, but the key is patience and hard work, and when it pays off, it's sweet. Indeed. Another thing as well is the levels don't have that in the Skyrim, do they, anymore? You know, you just get a little message saying, hey, by the way, you've leveled up, and hang on a minute, where did this guy come from? Pretty sure I cleared this guy out. Well, she's still alive. We'll take a healing potion. And no, take one of these. I think I have a heal companion spell. Shall try again. Try to heal her this time. There we go. And how much does that heal? 6 to 15 points. And hopefully this will make it so she doesn't die. Which would be nice. Stews up all me mad. Hopefully that'll be it. Right. Let's save on a new slot. Just in case she does end up dead anyway. And then we'll see if we have any other critters to deal with. Go down here.
Hey, wait for me.
Magic system is really bad. In what way do you find it to be bad though? The Necromancer Darisadram is dead, Xavier. Thank you for your assistance. The battle would have been difficult without you. I will stay here and take care of a few details. Thank you again. Oh, good. Hey, chameleon ring. I'll take that.
What do you want?
Regeneration. You know how long it takes, so that it does regenerate. mean, the thing I loved about Morrowind is the magic crafting system, basically, how you can make your own spells and such. That's always been a blast. Especially if you're playing a mage. I mean, as my character is, you know, I'm not a mage in this run through, so not really that big a deal, but in a magic playthrough, you know, you're crafting all these spells, you can like chuck fire and lightning together, you get like this fiery boltiness, you know, you just blast the snot out of everything nearby. It's very enjoyable. I mean, obviously you can buy spells as you go along, but you know, you're like a master mage, you know, you want to be crafting your own stuff, you know, you want to make them super powerful, and you know, it's a nice change from most games where it's just, here's a spell, have fun, you know, there's no crafting, no there we go. So that's that quest done, I can add that in. Actually, no, I'll sell my stuff first. My only problem as well is with the healing as well. The other problem I have is with the healing is that the potions, you can't tell what they say. I mean, I could understand if you just picked up a bottle in a dungeon and it has question mark, because you wouldn't know, because I mean, it's not like somebody's going to label it more often than not. But when you buy it from, say, I don't know, a mage or what have you, you'd expect to know what it is you're buying. You know, like I'd like a bottle of healing potion. Yeah, jumping travelling spell, feather and 45 acrobatics, yeah. Yeah, like you make your own version of, what's it called? Your carrier flight, you know. That's a tad overkill, you know, you're like, across the map. Funnily enough, you can actually, if you're careful and you cast Slowfall at the right time, you can actually use them spells and actually survive, you know, and it's quite fun. But yeah, you just like craft a spell that gives you 100 acrobatics, and you can like leap to the top of buildings and you can, well, obviously, I mean, you can obviously teleport. It's basically this game's version of fast travel. And then there's what else? Like swift swim and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, slow fall. Yeah. Just such a variety of spells, you know, that you can make your own sort of stuff. That's kind of like just have fun coming up with your own kind of combinations. What, you know, do you have a particular problem you want to solve? Well, here's a system, make a spell that'll help you do with it. You know, like it's like I once wanted to get on top of that building to see what were up there. I remember when I was playing it way back in when I was playing it back in the day. You know, I used to want to find out what on buildings and what were hidden on like mountains and stuff, and so I developed a spell that would allow me to jump from here to the top of about that tower height wise, straight up. You know, and it'd obviously have the slow fall effect so that when I jump back off it, I wouldn't die. You know, and it lasted, I don't know, a minute, 2 minutes, and it was kind of, because I was a high enough level mage, you know, it was pretty easy to cast, and it didn't take much MP. You know, in dungeons to get to the top of a tower or up to these hidden lands and all that kind of stuff. It was always a, you know, it's like I say, you just could come up with your own little, your own ways of dealing with a problem. You know, like a dungeon might have a gap between a bridge that's broken, and they expect you to kind of walk around and take this long route. But in Morrowind, it just has this system, you know, there. You just like make your own way across there. You know, you can walk around, you can jump across, you can cast a spell, you can all this kind of jazz. You know, it's what I kind of miss from these RPGs. Which is why, speaking of that, there's a game I'm very much looking forward to coming out called Underworld Ascendant, and it's made by folks that made like Thief and Deus Ex and System Shock and stuff. You know, Warren Spector and them guys that made them. They're making it. And it's got that kind of approach to the RPG, you know, if you see a bridge, you know, you could collapse it to stop bad guys and stuff like that. Exactly, the hidden loot, you know, in like, I'm not sure if it's as big a problem in like Oblivion, but like in Morrowind, in the Skyrim sorry. In Skyrim, when they put something to be found, they make sure you find it, you know, there's big, it's literally just a one direction, you can't get out of the dungeon without passing the loot, you know. But in this you can go through an entire dungeon and miss just concealed just right, and on that was a guy with a magic next to him, you know. And that weapon could be all powerful, and you'll go through the dungeon, you'll find all sorts of great loot, but you know, that one sword might have been the kind of stuff you were looking for, you know, and you missed it because you didn't have a spell to jump up, or you just didn't see it, or what have you. And it's kind of, like I say, it's kind of missing from a lot of RPGs these days. You know, that kind of depth, you know, that kind of hidden stuff's here. You know, find it in your own way, yeah, if you indeed find it at all. So. Now let me see, I need to find who it is that sent me on this quest in the first place. Artifact gloves behind the coffin you would never see. Which ones are those? I can't remember. I don't know if maybe that's one that I've missed. Whereabouts is that? Perseus Mercius. So I need to go back to Aldroon, I think? No, it's... Here it is, it's Aldroon. Fists of Rangolf. Sounds somewhat familiar, but I'm not sure if I remember where they are. Oops, there goes my kneecaps. I need to go this way, I think. Mage's Guild, so this is... There's the Fires Guild.
If you care to talk, I would consider
There we
it
go.
a privilege.
This is the guy, Aline Henham. Aline Henham gave a very positive report, Xavier. Since this has helped our reputation with the buoyant Armigers, I've decided to share the contract reward money with you. Take these 500 septims. Can I be advanced? The Fires Guild recognises Xavier, or now Xavier the Protector. Damn right I am. Give me all the advancements. Fires Guild often enacts justice when there is no one else who can do so. I just read the contract straight from Cyrodiil. I need someone to find the murderer and outlaw Nera Benaran. Nera Benaran was a member of House Shredder and is now the leader of an outlaw band in Sargon, which is north of Margan. Find Nera Benaran and bring him to justice. You might want to ask around Margan. I've heard this outlaw refuge is on an island and well hidden. Alright. That's him done. For now. For that. And just now I've got the next quest to work on. now? Margan. Perfect. Alright. Go ask around Margan, see if they know what we're looking for.
Where would you like to go?
Why would you want to go there? Well, it's your business. Can't think of why you'd want to go to that place. I'm not sure where it is, but check with Bugdarash Gragashel or Naleno Tedas. They both know the land around here well. Check for them at the outpost or maybe at the trade house. Right? This is kind of ties into what you were saying earlier about the guy who was like, what do I do, you know? There's no quest markers, and you don't need quest markers, you just talk to the characters nearby and they'll point you in the right direction. You just need to talk to the right folks.
I can spare a few moments if you care to talk.
Ah, you'll do. It's almost due north of here, but you'll need a way to get across the sea. It's on an island and it's a long walk with a long swim after it. You know where Vass is? Yes, I do. Well, it's a bit southwest of there. Like I said, it's a long way to go. I suppose you could travel west from Dagenfell, but it's a long trip from there as well. Huh. Exactly, talk is cheap. The only problem comes is if you've got a really bad personality. There's always cures for that as well, you know. Cast a spell, drink a potion, do a favour, bribes, talk to them, admire, intimidate, that kind of stuff. Boost your speechcraft. We're going on this way. Yeah, there's multiple ways. Exactly, another trip out there. I thought I was done with Vass. No, I'm not. So I need to go. I'll go
We make
from
a special
here.
trip just for you. Same low price.
See. Well, as I said, it's... No, wait, oops. Sargon is located far north of Margan and southwest of Vass. Alright, so it's about here then, I'm guessing. So if I just walked over there myself, oops. That was nearly a painful drop. Luckily I got stuck on the wall. Right, now if I just head up this way. Getting kind of used to finding that area now, because I've been out there to that Vass, I think, 5 times now. I mean, I went once and I got killed, and because I hadn't saved, I had to reload, so I walked out again. Then I got killed again, I had to walk out again, so it was the 3rd time, and I finally saved. And then I walked out, couldn't find my way around, so I walked back. I came back. And then I walked out and you saw it. And I finally clear it, think I'm done, and I have to go back. Or at least I have to head in that direction anyway. It's me into Vass, I'll be happy. Somebody says go to Vass, I'll say they can go to hell. I've done my time at Vass. Yeah, then I think we need to angle around this hill. Yeah, go to oblivion, that's right, exactly. Bet if I go through here, I bet this is going to take me to the right place. So oblivion, they even have the choice of which oblivion plane to go to as well, so... Yeah, I'm cool. Now, so it's southwest of Vass, and far north of Margan, so I will go... Wait a minute, is this it? Wait. Is this it? No. Oh wait, I went here earlier. Hang on a minute. Map. Yeah, because this is where I went before. Alright, so we'll go the other way then. That's another thing that the old quest markers thing kind of takes away, is that, you know, it says go here with the quest marker and then you just head straight to it. But like with this, where they've given you kind of general directions to go, you kind of walk there. And you might see a door and you're like, oh, go and have a look, and you end up doing this entire dungeon and you never even intended to, you know? And you'd have probably missed it if you'd just headed straight directly for where thing. Oh, something's up here. Oh wait, I think this is where there was some... everywhere. Now then. No, I think this is way too far east. If I am, well, I'll keep going and I'll go around the hill then a bit further. In case, yeah, here we go. Exactly, yeah, you just jump to, you know, you can pick a place near kind of where you want to go. You know, you want to go to somewhere that's to the north, you know, go to Margan or Cool or what have you. Not directly where you're off to, but it's close enough that you can walk there and it won't take you all year. Like currently. And then you kind of localise where you're looking then. Like I was saying, you kind of end up finding stuff that you weren't looking for originally. Like a minute ago when I was walking down that little bit of a valley kind of over there, and I came across that door called Shishi. That's because I'd been in there earlier today, I think it was, and cleared it out. But the only reason I kind of got in there is because I was looking for Vass, I believe it was. I went from Margan to go up to Cool. I went from here and up like that to get around and up to pass, and it wouldn't have run across any of these dungeons here if I hadn't done that. Now then, I'll head this way, I think. I can hear it. Oh, there it is, directly above me. That's what I hate about cliff faces. Because they don't have a drop down animation. Almost like they didn't expect it, I guess. They have a hard time just dropping straight down. So you have to help them a little. I think I've got a disease from one of these buggers as well. Exactly, this cliff racer. What disease does it have gotten? Ash chancre. Great. So I need a... common disease? Oh, it's a blight then. Oh no, of course it's a blight disease, it's called ash. There we go. I'm gonna have to rest because I've only got... Oops. Hear me microphone. 19 hours to fill up all my health and... Jesus. But nice, it's cleaned up at least, there's the weather. Right, map. So. Fast. Southwest. North of Margan, so about here then. So I'm heading right direction, perfect. Oh, what is it that's after me now? Sounds like a cliff racer. There it is. They're everywhere. This is how they got their mark of being a curse in the game. In fact, I think even Bethesda have a joke about it, don't they? In I think it's Skyrim when you in the DLC. You go to the one that basically it's kind of like a revisit of Morrowind, sort of. And you go into the Soul Cairn or whatever it's called, the Plane of Oblivion, and you run into the guy you talked to at the beginning of the game, Jib. But you also read about him, and there's a story about him killing 20 cliff racers or something. I was like, that sounds about right. Yeah, Jib killed them all, exactly. Saint Jib. In fact, they call him Saint Jib, don't they? In Skyrim. Is this what I'm looking for? Phalos Marion? No, this is not the place we're looking for. I'm betting it's between these two then, right here then. Could clear this out, but it's kind of a hefty these places usually are. They're filled to the brim with either undead, orcs or dark elves. Save, we'll have a gander. Drove them to extinction. See, he earned his sainthood. Just for that alone. Just for that alone. Arch, huh?
You may speak.
22, I'll tell you what, teach you up to 25. Oops. There we go. I don't know what this guy's shtick is, but that free lesson in marksman. No, let's not rob. Might get up or two with me. Oh, this is cleared out. It's morning now, I think. And save. Let's see what's in here. Lower level. Oh. Ghosties. Oh no, Corpus. Well, if I get Corpus, I suppose it won't be the worst thing that happens, because I've got to do it for the story anyway, haven't you? And then get cured of it. The only problem I have is it's Corpus. Right? Vaults into the deck. No, I don't think I do. What's this? Glass! Well, I think I found my new arm. Let me see. Apparel, what's my stuff? 68? Yeah, I think. We've got some new shoes, and shirt, and pants. Now that's more like it. Look at the prices as well. That's just a bare minimum glass cuirass. No enchantments, no specialties to it, just straight glass cuirass, and it's worth 28,000. Now that's the kind of loot you know. That would make this dungeon on its own worth a damn. Exactly, glass. Exactly, you don't get that feeling in Skyrim. You find glass, you're like, yeah, just chuck it in the box. You know, whatever. You know, glass, right, great. This is a tough one. That's already helps. I'm taking much less damage than these tougher types. Dagoth Ganel? I mean, this is... Something's giving me this strange inkling that this may be one of them there 6 house places. Ah, damn it, I didn't want to time that. Have that back. Oh, folks, you're missing clothes. Dreamers, huh? That Corpus meet Hulk. Okay. God, what are you? Man. No, we're gonna need stronger health. Oh, bugger. See what? Ah, it got me. That is what's odd. He was taking all the slappings and was knocking the snot out of me. Even with my new fancy glass armour. Which I now have to go claim again because I died. Deja vu again. Right, let's hope that glass armour's still there. Let's see. Ash Slave. Alright. Take that. Oh, I missed this before. Yeah, it was all part of me to come back. Right, I'm gonna save so I'd have to keep... No, I'm gonna put my armour on first, then I'm gonna save. I'd have to keep reloading after I've got the armour. Right, killed you, deleted. Actually, I'm going to save after killing him, because he leveled me up. That's the sewers for this place. Save before going in here, just in case it's filled to the brim with scary stuff. That would be fortunate. Hey, motherfucker. Need rest? Can I rest? Rest. I'm gonna have to use a potion then. There we go. Alright. Right then, we'll need a lockpick. This'll do. That's just reminded me of something else as well. Is that lockpicking? Black Heart Blight, Day, Blood. Just before I continue that line of thought. And I'll save after that. The lockpicking, the mini game for lock, which I kind of like the lockpicking in Oblivion. But then Skyrim came around, they just took the Fallout lockpicking and used that instead. I don't know, I didn't like that decision. I mean, I liked the block picking in Fallout. And I preferred the... Oh, bug, I wasn't paying attention to health. And that's what... But yeah, the sort of system, Oblivion. And I kind of think it the universe's lock level more. I mean, obviously in Fallout the locks are kind of the more modern kind of lock, so it makes sense. It's the kind of the what do they call them? I've forgotten the names of them now. The word escapes me, but they're kind of the serrated edged keys used nowadays. It's kind of it's a different type of lock, as far as I'm aware. Actually, let's use. Stay dead, you little bugger. Further up. Let's see, we'll use some of them. There we go. Couple more dead folks. I think that's this done. Nothing. Just junk. Round here. There we go. What? I killed everything around here. Wonder how I missed him. Yeah, very much still very creepy. It's kind of something that's, once again, something that's not really seen in the last two Elder Scrolls. Is that kind of scary factor to the bad guy who've controlled the 6 house stuff. Or the Daedric stuff, you know, when you get dungeon in this, all angles are weird and the bad guys are weird, obviously. Oops, I think the game's crashed on me. This might kill the stream. do apologise if that is the case. Yeah, it's crashed. Alright, just 1 second while I sort that out. This